Okay, all right. So first one, I'll let you try the first few, then we can work out the rest. The first one is David drove 120 miles in 3 hours. What is his average speed? Yeah, you can type on the chat. Very good. So that's pretty simple. Number two, Anna drove 200 miles at an average speed of 50 miles per hour. How long did Anna drive? Very good. Three, Adam drove 5 hours at an average speed of 70 mile per hour. What is the distance he drove? Very good. Number four, you drove 150 miles at the advantage average speed of 75 miles. How long did you drive? Very good. Number five, it took you 12 hours to drive from city A to city B at an average speed of 50 miles per hour. And what is the distance between city A and city B? Yep, very good. Let's do number six. And you plan to drive from Indianapolis to Chicago. You estimated the distance is 200 miles. And you expected the average speed of 45 mile per hour. Now you want to start the trip at 8 a.m. And when do you expect to arrive in Chicago? Okay, well, let's see how many hours. This one we need to do some decimal here. Um, we first of all, we know the speed. Oh, sorry, the distance is 200. I'm trying to use different color. Okay, red. So it's 200, and we're going to divide by 45. So we simplify that, divide by 5 on top and bottom. We got 40 and 9. Okay, so that's how long it takes us to do that. And 40 divided by 9, we go 4, 36, and 4. And so we got 4 hours and 4 9. And so we're going to change this 4 9 into minutes. So it's 4 nines times 60. And we divide by 3. We got 20. So it's 80 divided by 3. So 80 divided by 3 is 2, 6, and 3 times 6, 18. And we're going to see that that's times 6 times, yeah. So that's about 27 minutes. And 4 hours and 27 minutes. So therefore we'll be there at 12 and 27. 12 and 27 minutes. Good? Okay. All right. Let's do 7. Ed drove from city A to city B at average speed of 65 miles per hour and drove back from city B to city A at an average speed of 50 miles per hour due to traffic jams. The whole return trip took 12 hours. So what is distance between city A and city B? And we want to round it to the nearest miles. Well, let's see how we set this up. Uh, we know that at from A to B, and that is 65 miles per hour. And B to A come back, that's 55 miles per hour. Now, we don't know how long at took from A to B, so we put as X. Now, come back from B to A, since we know the total time is 12 hours, the whole round trip. So come back has to be 12 minus X. So therefore, we can see that from A to B is 65 times X. Now from B to A is 55 times 12 minus X, but they are equal. So A to B, same as B to A. Now we set up this equation. Okay, are we good on here? Yeah. Mia, are we good at setting up this equation? Okay, all right. So now we're going to divide 5 on both top and bottom, okay? Oh, sorry, on the left and the right, so that we got 13x equals to 11. So make our life a bit easier. And that we're going to distribute it. So that gave us 11 times 12 and minus 11x. And now we're going to move 11x over because we want, that's the unknown we need to solve. Put that in one side. So 13x plus 11x is 24x. The other side, 11 times 12 is 132. And then we divide by 24 on both sides. So x then would equals to 132 times 24. And we can simplify that to 11 over 2. Okay. So that's 5.5. So 5 hours and 30 minutes. Well, the distance then will, of course, will be 65 times 11 over 2. And that will give us 357.5 miles. And we round it to nearest mile, so give us 358 miles. Good. Okay. Let's looking at number 8. You and your friend took turns to drive to your favorite beach. You drove half the distance, and your friend drove the other half. Your average speed is 65 miles per hour, and your friend's speed is 50 miles per hour. It took you 10 hours to reach your destination. So what's the total distance you and your friend drove? That means you're going to, that's the whole trip. Well, it's close that, but not, we can do that more accurate. And so in this case, we got half and half. You got half, your friend got half. So you drove at 65 miles per hour and your friend drove at 55 miles per hour. Well, we don't know how long it took you for your driving. We don't know how long it took your friends, but we know it's together is 10 hours. So if this is X hours, then this one has to be 10 minus X. So therefore, and you did half, your friends did half. So therefore 65 times X should equal to 55, 10 minus X. Okay, are we good on this one? Okay, so then we're going to simplify that. We divide by 5 on top and bottom. So we got 13x equal to 11, 10 minus x. And then we expand that. So 11 times 10 minus 11x. Okay, I'll let you solve this equation, okay? And see what you got. It's close to 600, but we can be more accurate. Well, how do we solve this equation? 13x equal to 11 times 10, which is 110 minus 11x. So how do you solve this equation? What is our next step? Yeah. Can you solve this equation? Well, remember our end goal is to get x equal to something, right? So that means anything to do with the variable has to move to the left, go to the left. So how do you move 11x to the left? Well, x is not 10 because how do we move this one over? Remember, we only just we can only either add, subtract, multiply, or divide when we're dealing with equations. So if we want to move 11 times x, 11x to the left, in this case, because it's a subtraction, we need just add on both sides. And if we add on the left, we have on the right, we have to do on the left. So now we got 24x on this side and this side 110. Okay, are we good here? Right, now how to find the x? Since 24x is equal to 110, what's our x? Equals to? Right, that 24. And we can simplify that to 55 over 12. So now that's the time it takes. In terms the distance from here to here, that will be 65. Uh that's the speed you drove times the time you drove is 55 divided by 2. Okay. Now, oh, sorry, 12 here. But this is half the distance, right? That's this half. So the total, then we have to times 2 to it. And when you times 2 to it, of course, 2 and 12 would be 6. So 65 times 55 divided by 6. And if you use a calculator, you got 65 times 55 divided by 6 and see what you got. Yeah, Mia, what you got? Yeah, so you should have, if you use calculator, you should have 595.8333. So there's 8 here. So therefore, we have to round it to nearest mile. So this is 8 bigger than 5, so we got to round it. So we got 596 miles. Good. Perfect. Okay, let's do 9, okay? Beth and her mom drove to a college visit. She drove to the college, and her mom drove back from the college. Her average speed is 70 miles per hour, and her mom's is 60 miles. And the whole round trip took them 13 hours. So, what is the distance from Beth home to the college? 420. Well, let's see. So going to college, we know that it's 70 miles per hour. And coming back from home to college, and coming back, and it's 60. So going there, we don't know how long, so we put X. Coming back, we know the total is 13, so 13 minus X. So now we got 70 X equal to 60 and 13 minus X. Okay, are we good here? Yeah, are we good on this setting up? Okay, very good. Then, oh, what happened? Okay. And then we can divide by 10 on both sides, so make things a lot easier to us. So be 7x equals to 6, 13 minus x. And we just plug that in, is 6 times 13 minus 6x. Then we add 6x on both sides. We got 13x equal to 6 times 13. Then divide by 13. We got 6 hours. Now 6 hours times 7, 420 miles. Perfect. Good job. Good. Okay. Now, number 10 is a little bit tricky. You had to think about, uh, put some thought into it. Daniel and his mom drove to visit his grandparents. Daniel drove 2/3 of distance at 65 miles, and her mom drove the rest at 55 miles. They left home at 9 a.m. and arrived at his grandparents' home at 7 p.m. And what is the distance from his home to his grandparents' house? Yeah, so this one now is not half to half, it's 2/3 and 1/3. Okay, so let's see. First thing one is trying to understand it and then to set up equation. So to understand it, it helps to graphing it. Okay, so we start with the home and to the grandparents' house. So Daniel's house to the grandparents' house. And we got 2/3 away, so cut that into equal 3 parts. And Daniel is doing it the first 2/3. So at 65 miles per hour, his mom did 55 miles per hour. Okay, and we know the total time because we know the starting time is 9 a.m. and ends at 7 p.m. So that means 10 hours. Okay, so if we say Daniel is X hours, then his mom will draw 10 minus X. Okay, are we good here? Very good. Nope. Well, let's set up. So we know 65X, that's the distance. Daniel drove. Her mom drove 55, 10 minus X. Well, these are not equal because we say Daniel is do 2/3 distance, her mom do 1/3. But if you look at 2/3, 2/3 is twice of 1/3. So therefore, if we do 65X over 55, 10 minus X, that should give us 2. Yeah. Are we good on this one? How they set up? Okay, very good. And of course, we can simplify it. We can divide by 5 on top and bottom. So we got 13x over 11, 10 minus x equal to 2. Now to solve for this, we're going to times 11 or times 10 minus x, or if you can think this as a proportion problem, this is a 2, this is a 1, so cross multiply. This times that, go to that times that. So we got 13x equals to 2 times 11 is 22. Then we got this setup. Okay. Are we good on here? Okay. So now solving that actually pretty straightforward, which is this guy distributed. So we got 13x equals to 22 times 10, 210, minus 22x. Then we just add 22x on both sides. And what we got here, 13 plus 22 is 35. So we got 35x equals to 220. Then our x then is 220 over 35. And that we can simplify that to 7 top divided by 5 and 44. Okay, so now we can use that to figure it out. Now we can either use this one and then we that'd be 2/3, and then we just times 3 over 2 to figure out the total distance. Or we can find the distance on how long her mom drove, then just times 3. So if we do that, we got 55, 10 minus x, 44 over 7. And then we just times 3 because her mom did 1/3. Okay, what we have 55. This is 70 over 7 minus 44 over 7 times 3. And we got 3 times 55, 165. 165. 70 minus 44, that is 26, then divide by 7. And if we use our calculator, we'll find that what we got here is yeah, actually, I'll let you do the calculation, okay? So practice on the calculator. And what do you got? Very good. So that's basically what we got. Okay, we good? And also, did you got the unit 1 test? I sent that to your dad. Because right now this is a unit 2 material, but I sent the unit 1 test a couple weeks ago. Did you got it from your dad? Okay, very good. So we won't have class next week. That is a full break week for us, and we'll resume the week after. Good? Okay. Yeah. So before next time, just work on the unit 1 test, and then we'll re resume 2 weeks from now. Good? Okay, so that's all we have for today, okay? Bye.